Judicial administration. Okay, what does judicial mean?
Judicial means something related to court law.
Very good,
Yes.
very good.
Justice.
Maintaining law, order, courts. Okay.
Justice,
Fine.
ma'am.
Yes, justice. So administration of justice was also set up in place in the Suri Empire. So in the yesterday's class, we saw how he had done administration, how he had set up the administration system in the central and the provincial level. Right now,
Yes.
we will see what all changes or he brought about in the judicial administration. So basically, civil cases of Muslims were tried by the Qazi, and criminal cases were taken by Shikdar. Please underline. So all the civil cases, who were the person responsible to take care of all the civil cases?
Qazi.
It was the Qazi. And criminal
Qazi.
cases, it was the
Shikdar.
Shikdar. Yesterday we came to, across this name Shikdar.
Yes, ma'am.
What was the other responsibility of the Shikdar in the
Ma'am,
administration?
it was responsible for Pragarna, ma'am, and we would
Very
collect the
good.
revenue from Pragarna.
Very good, very good, very good. Keep it up, keep it up. Nani.
Pargana.
Next is the Muqaddam was responsible for detecting crimes and bringing the culprits to the justice. So, what was the role of the Muqaddam?
Ma'am, he was responsible for
He
detecting
was
crime.
responsible for
and
detecting
bringing the
crime.
culprits to the
Crimes
justice.
and bringing the culprits to justice. As we have, what do we have in place of Muqaddam now? Can any guesses? Who does this work?
Ma'am, the detectives or ma'am, the police.
It is the police, right?
Police.
Please underline that.
Police.
Yes, they are the ones who detect if as soon as the crime is held. So they are the ones who first reach the destination and starts detecting, and they are the ones who bring the culprit to the courts, right?
So, ma'am, we can tell that I will call the Muqaddam.
Yes. Next is military reforms. Sher Shah Suri realized the need for a strong army to keep the Afghans and the Mongols away from his empire. In order to maintain an alert standing army, he too undertook many measures. So he knew that who are the people who would be his enemies. We had already seen in
And
yesterday.
the Afghans and the Mongols.
Afghans and
Mongols. And he wanted to, protect his
And
territory.
also the Rajputs and the Mughals.
Also the
ma'am.
Rajputs. Very good, very good.
Hmm.
And he wanted to protect his territory from all these people, and therefore he always kept a standing army for that purpose. Now, what things did he bring? What changes did he bring? Let's see. First of all, he directly recruited soldiers and took personal interest in their training. Okay, recruiting soldiers and personally training them so that they can save their territories. Second, he paid the soldiers in cash. Okay, this was done in even in your SA1 exam, right? All these
Yes,
points are
ma'am.
repeated.
Alaluddin, I think.
Yes, the soldiers were paid in cash. Then what did
Alauddin
he
Khilji.
Alauddin
Alauddin
Khilji,
Khilji.
right? Then what
Ma'am,
did
it is also
he
mentioned,
maintained
ma'am.
chehra. Okay, what
Hmm.
does chehra? Why did he maintain chehra? So that the yes, Maria.
Every
Ma'am, so that the role of the
ensure
possibility,
attendance.
ma'am, is of problem.
The
Hmm.
soldiers attendance, to ensure the attendance of the
Ensure
soldier
attendance.
and to make sure that there is no same person repeated under one name. Okay, so underline chehra, underline he paid in cash to the soldiers. After that, he also introduced dag for the horses. Yes, this was also there in the previous chapter.
Yes, ma'am. Chehra
Yes,
and
ma'am.
Dag.
Chehra
Alauddin
and
Khilji.
Dag.
What was the purpose of dag?
I'm branding
For branding
horses.
horses with an inferior
Horses.
sign to avoid
Horses.
avoid
All right.
replacements with the inferior ones.
Correct, to avoid replacements with the inferior ones. Okay, so his horses won't get mixed up with the other inferior horses. Okay, please underline chehra and dag. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. I have
Then he
underlined.
divided his army into many units and each headed by a commander or faujdar. Okay, so again he divided the army into separate units and he appointed a head for these units. What was the head called as?
Faujdar.
Faujdar. Faujdar.
Faujdar.
Commander. Okay. So this is how he maintained the standing army to protect his territory from the attacks of the Afghans, Mongols. All right. Next, what else did he do? Sher Shah Suri's personal army comprised of 150,000 cavalry, 25,000 infantry, and 5,000 elephants. So these were all things which were involved in his personal army. Can you imagine?
Ma'am. Ma'am, his personal army is so big, ma'am. What about the public army then?
Right, right.
Hmm.
So next is transportation. Now let's see what changes did he bring in the transportation system. First of all, Sher Shah realized the necessity of a good network of roads to ease transportation. Such a connection would, number one, why did he wanted to, improve the transportation? Okay, so let's see what were the reasons. Why did he wanted to improve the transportation, and why did he wanted to have a good network of roads? Number one, to facilitate quick movement of the troops and equipment, right? To make sure that if at all there is any attack, his troops move and the
Fast.
equipments move quickly. Next is to help in trade and commerce. Yes, if roads are good, automatically trade and commerce will increase, right? Which will automatically affect his
Hmm.
what? If trade and commerce is good,
And
how
it
what?
will affect his, ma'am, economy, ma'am.
Right.
And ma'am,
Economy.
trade.
Economy. And third one, to ease travel. Okay,
Hmm.
to make sure that the traveling is easier. Please underline these three reasons. You might get a give reason question. Okay, why did Sher Shah Suri what happened? Okay,
Ma'am, underlining it.
all right. So you might get a question based, give reason question, that why did Sher Shah Suri wanted to have a good network of roads? So you can give three reasons. Number one, to make sure that the troops movement is quick and fast, the equipments, even the trade and commerce, and to ease the travel.
Travel.
Next is the greatest contribution and achievement of Sher Shah was the Grand Trunk Road. Underline this. We have read this in the yesterday's class also. Grand
Hmm.
Trunk Road. Do not forget this Grand Trunk Road, everyone. This road stretched from Sonargaon, that is present Bangladesh, to Peshawar, that is in Pakistan,
Pakistan.
present Pakistan. Can you see in the map also the blue color?
Ma'am, should I click on it?
Yeah, click.
I'm from Chittagong to Kabul.
Yeah, can you see? So this is called as what? The
The
Grand.
The
Grand
Great Trunk
Trunk.
Road.
Grand Trunk Road.
Grand.
Yes. So can you see from which end of India? Can you see the map of India?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Chittagong is where?
I'm
Ma'am,
in
in
present
Bangladesh.
Bangladesh.
Over here, ma'am.
Kabul
Ah.
in present
So can you see
Afghanistan.
the
Afghanistan.
distance? Can you see the distance?
Ma'am, it
Ma'am,
will take us
it's very
47
far.
hours to travel.
2,337 kilometers.
Yes.
Hmm.
Okay. So
Ma'am,
that's
more
the
than
reason it
2
was called as
days.
the Grand Trunk Road. Okay,
Ma'am,
just
it is even longer than the national
next is
highways.
it was one of the oldest and longest roads in South Asia, stretching for 2,500 kilometers. So this is an oldest and the longest road in South Asia. And what is the kilometer of this road?
2,500 kilometers.
Yes,
2,500
2,500.
kilometers.
So longest. Can you? It is from one end to the other end. Can you see?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, from one end to the other end. It's the longest road. Okay, for the
And it
benefit.
crosses the whole India.
Yeah, that's what. Not the whole, matlab almost,
The northern part of India.
yes, and almost
Ma'am,
northern
it's
India.
even longer than the national highways, I think so.
Right. So next is for the benefit and comfort of travelers, he built rest houses that is called sarais. Okay.
Sarais.
This was there even in the previous
Yes,
chapter.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Alauddin Khilji. And wells at various intervals on important roads. He also provided provided for shade by planting trees on both the sides of the road. And the sarais also doubled up as the
Dark
uh,
chowkis.
dark chowkis, or you can say as houses. For what?
Hmm.
For the horsemen ready to carry royal mail. The
Royal.
Grand Trunk Road is still used for transportation in present day India and Pakistan. So that road is still there. It's
Wow.
quite interesting, isn't it? It was
Yes,
built
ma'am.
up so many years ago, and it has a historical, it is there. It is, although India and Pakistan is divided, but still that road is there and it has been used
Ma'am,
by
it's good
both.
that the government didn't demolished it, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah. So
Hmm.
imagine now how they can
Ma'am,
take.
I think the historians requested them.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
So now,
ma'am.
what did he do to ease the traveling? What did Sher Shah do? First of all, he built.
The
Ma'am, he built
Grand
saris.
Trunk.
The Grand Trunk Road, he built saris, ma'am, which
Huh?
doubled as dark chowkis,
Dark
ma'am.
chalkies.
Hmm.
Okay.
Horse houses with horsemen so that they can carry the royal names.
Hmm.
Right, right. Got it, everyone?
Yes,
Understood?
ma'am.
And what
Yes,
else did
ma'am.
he do?
Yes,
He also
ma'am.
planted trees on both sides of the
Trees.
rivers. Sorry, roads.
Road.
So that
And
Roads
ma'am,
the
he
for
also built
shelter.
wells. He also
yes,
built wells. It's written there.
yes. Okay, next is author Rudyard Clipping described the road as. Can anyone one read? Yes,
Ma'am,
Shlok.
Ma'am,
may I?
Shlok,
Ma'am,
can
may
you
I?
read?
Yes, ma'am. Such a river of life as nowhere else exists in the entire world. He writes, look again, and chumas, bankers, and tinkers, barbers, and bunias, pilgrims and potters, all the world going and coming. It is to me as a river from which I am withdrawn like a log after a flood. And truly, the Grand Trunk Road is a wonderful spectacle. It runs straight, bearing without crowding India's traffic for 1500 miles. Such a river of life as nowhere else exists in the world.
Okay, okay. So he's describing this road in his and what is he
Hmm.
comparing this road with?
ma'am, with
With what? As a
ma'am as a
River of
river,
life.
river
Ma'am,
river,
of
as a
very
life.
river
good.
of life.
As a river. He's comparing it as a river. And why he's comparing as a river? Because then he mentioned so many bankers, barbers, potters, they are always coming and going. And he also says that for him, this road seems to be like a river because it is always crowded. So can you imagine if at all you all visit somewhere in the northern part, or the eastern, the Bangladesh part, or do visit this road. This has a
Ma'am, I
historical.
Hmm.
will.
Yes. Next page.
Yes, ma'am.
The trade and commerce, right? The excellent network of roads and constructions of Sarais boosted trade immensely. That was what his purpose was, right? He basically built up this trade for this roads or
Road
the
for trade.
connectivity for boosting trades, right? So definitely, because of the road network, the trade immensely boosted immensely. It shows that Sher Shah was concerned about the welfare and comfort of the merchants and traders. To ensure that they are treated well, he made village headmen and zamindars responsible for their safety and welfare. He introduced new weights and measures that followed a uniform standard. Two duties were levied on trade: one, when goods were brought in the country, and two, when goods were sold. He issued new coins of gold, silver, copper, following a uniform standard. His silver coin, rupaya, remained the standard coins even years after his death.
So, ma'am, he was the one who invented rupaya.
Rupaya, yeah, that we studied
Hmm.
yesterday, na, in the class. And
Ma'am, so
I
other
don't know
country
whether
also
you
uses
all are aware or
rupiah.
not,
Hmm.
but when we were small, we also had that 20 paisas and 10 paisa, 5 paisa ka silver coins. Have you?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I have
Yes,
a 50
ma'am.
paisa coin at home.
Yes, yes, 50 paisa. So basically,
Hmm.
for just underline these pointers. First of all, because of road, the trade boosted. Underline that. Secondly, he took care of the welfare of the comfort of merchants and traders. And for that, what did he do? He appointed headmen and zamindars. Okay,
Hmm.
underline that. Then he introduced uniform system. Please underline, that's very important, of weights and measures. Okay, he was the one who introduced uniform system of weights and measures, and he appointed two duties. okay, to the headmans. One, when all the goods were brought into country from other country, when they were brought into our country, and when the second duty was when the goods were sold, okay, to different countries. And you also need to remember, he was the one who brought silver, gold, and copper coins. And he was the one who introduced rupiah, which remained for years even after his death. Okay? Have you all understood?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
25 paisa no,
Now,
ma'am.
that is not the silver one, na?
Hmm.
That's not the silver one.
Ma'am, there
Ma'am,
is
the
something written in
Goods and
Urdu or
service.
Arabic, ma'am, on the coins, ma'am.
Yes,
yes,
yes.
ma'am. Ma'am, those were the traditional ones,
Next
right?
is goods and services. Okay. GST. Have you heard the word GST?
Government
Yes,
service
ma'am.
tax.
Government
Goods
service.
and
Government.
service tax.
Very good. Very
Goods
good.
and service tax.
At least you all
Okay.
are aware about the GSTs. You all pay GSTs? We
No,
pay
Yes,
ma'am.
GSTs.
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Ma'am,
Yes.
I do.
Parents,
Yes,
ma'am, our
ma'am.
parents pay,
So
ma'am.
every product you buy, you pay a GST, right? You are aware about that.
Ma'am, it is
So
also written in the bill how much
GST
GST.
is a uniform indirect tax levied on goods and services across the country. So this is something which you all know, and it is reflected in the bills also, that whatever goods and services you are buying, you have to pay a GST. That is a uniform indirect tax. Please underline that. What is GST? It is a uniform indirect tax which you pay on every goods and services which you enjoy. Even if you're going on for a theater, if you're buying any product from there, you have to pay GST. Many developed nations tax manufacture, sale, and consumption using a single comprehensive tax. Central taxes, GST, would replace central excise duty. Okay. Service tax, additional duties of excise and customs, special additional duties and of customs, and seizes a surcharges on supply of goods and services. So these are all the taxes which we pay. I hope you all are aware about the
Yes,
tax.
ma'am.
So please
Yes,
underline
ma'am.
so many taxes we are paying. Underline
Hmm.
central taxes, service tax. We pay service tax also. Every people who are employed in any you know organization, they pay a service tax from their income, from their
Ma'am,
salary.
why are we learning about taxes in the middle of history?
it is
Ma'am,
it is
It
related
is
to
only for reference.
yeah, we don't
Okay.
have to study it.
next is state I think so central taxes, these are the list of taxes which we pay. All right. Next is state taxes. GST would replace VAT. You know what is VAT? We pay this also.
Ma'am, I don't know what is that.
Okay, find out. Tomorrow you can you research and tell me what does VAT mean?
Okay,
It is
ma'am.
there. It is included in your bills. If you will see your bills now, you will see. Then you have central sales tax, purchase tax, entry tax, entertainment tax, taxes on advertisements, lotteries, betting and gambling, and state seizures and searches. So these are all the tax. If you go to watch a movie, you pay entertainment tax, right? And
And
wherever you are,
I didn't even knew we were paying so many taxes, ma'am.
yes, we are.
Hmm.
We are. You can underline those taxes.
Ma'am,
And
I've underlined all of the taxes.
yes, yes, good.
Hmm.
So these were the different taxes which we pay. Next, the main objective of GST would be to eliminate excessive taxation. Central and state agencies often calculate taxes based on not on the original cost of the product, but over and above the several layers of tax already levied on the product. This negatively affects the gross domestic product of a nation. So if you buy any product, if you're aware, the GST tax which you all are paying, okay, which gets added into your bill for every product which you buy from, whether it is a mall or anywhere. Do you know that you all pay a GST tax on every product you buy?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, I
Yes,
know
ma'am.
that.
So if you deduct those GST tax, then you will see the price, it affects the price so much. And the as soon as you add GST, the price increases. So GST is also expected to disincentivize tax evasion, lower tax rates, and make businesses operations easier. So GST is, every shopkeeper who is buying any product from the wholesale, what they do, they have to apply GST. If a person who is buying, they also give GST. All right. This is just to ensure that the businesses are operating easily. Okay. So these were the number of taxes which we pay. Now, land revenue reforms. The main sources of income for the state were what?
Land revenue, unclaimed
Land
property,
revenue,
trade tax,
Salt
salt tax, and
tax.
harms.
Yes. Okay. So land revenue, we all know what. Okay, it's time up. I think I should stop here. There are 3 children raising hand. Let me see what.
Ma'am,
Have
should
you
I
all
stop the
understood?
share?
Wait. Have you all understood till your children?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am.
So I'm meeting you one more time in the next class. So I'll continue from land revenue reforms. Okay.
Okay.